What's going on, family? It's your man, Manny Patron, here for another video. And like always, I'm coming to you from beautiful Medellin, Colombia. Guys, in this video, I'm gonna be sharing with you guys, should you be using Instagram or should you be using YouTube to grow your business, grow your audience? Because guys, I've been in the social media game now for almost 2 years. I've made plenty of mistakes, jumping deep into Instagram, jumping deep into YouTube. So I'm gonna share my 2 cents on what I think you guys should do. Actually, not what you should do, but give you some pointers so you can make a decision on what's the best audience and best platform to use to grow your business. So let's hop inside and I'll break down the details. All right, so now we're inside, so let's hop into it. So I broke this video down into sections. We have Instagram, pros and cons, YouTube, pros and cons, in order for you to make a solid decision on which platform you should use to grow your online business. Now, particularly in this video, I'm gonna be talking about online business because I have an online business, and so it just makes more sense. Now, if it's a brick and mortar business, you can still watch this video, take some tips, and you can make that decision, but this video is tailored for somebody who has an online business, whether it's coaching, consulting, in that kind of space, because I'm in the space of selling information online in the form of courses and e-guides. All right, so let's get into it. So I got my notes here, so if I'm looking down, it's to take notes and make sure I deliver straight value to you guys and not ramble. So let's start with the gram first, because I've been on the gram now for a minute. Start with the cons of the gram. The thing I always struggle with Instagram is attention span. All right, people on Instagram have a really low attention span, almost like a goldfish. All right, because the people that go on Instagram, they just swiping through, like post, boom, 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 right? Their attention span is so low, and what happens is it cheapens the quality of the views, because I would get a lot of views on my story, but not a lot of people taking action. Where on YouTube, I'll get way less views, but a lot more people taking action. And it made sense, because people are just flipping through stories, boom, 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 oh, interesting, like, boom, boom, boom. And it's just, even though they're viewing it, a lot of people, they're skipping it, and it's just less quality of views. All right, so it's lower attention span, which means they're cheaper quality of views. All right, the next one is people aren't really on the gram to learn. All right, because remember, in this video, I'm teaching you how to sell something online, sell coaching, sell consulting, sell something on some form of an online business. Right, this is for selling information, right? Not e-commerce or anything like that. So people aren't really there to learn. So if you're starting a coaching business, if you're starting consulting, selling information, selling courses, anything like this online, people aren't really on the gram to learn. And this is the biggest problem that I struggled with, and actually lost a lot of people watching my story, is because, think about it, people are just going through, and a lot of the time they just want to see what the hell other people are doing. Like, that's it, right? They're not actively searching for how to make money online, how to grow my Instagram account. They're not doing that. And so when you begin teaching on the gram, and this is my friend, actually my best friend actually said this analogy, it actually made sense. It's like I clicked on your story and I got invited to a YouTube video I wasn't searching for. And I was like, oh shit, that is very true. So sometimes I would have these long stories behind the scenes teaching something, and then I would lose a lot of my viewers. And it started to make sense when he said that. It's like, I want to see your life, DeAndre, but when you start teaching for 25 minutes, I don't really want to see that. And it made a lot of sense. So people aren't really on the gram to learn. So you want to keep that in mind, right? So your content is controlled by the algorithm. This is actually one of the reasons I stopped putting so much effort on the gram, because I actually got shadow banned. I tried to use a bot again, and I got shadow banned. If you don't know what that is, look it up. All right, I got shadow banned, and what happened was even though I was posting content every single day for like 3 weeks, I got banned, and my likes and my content got cut in half. And I was like, damn, I can't rely on an algorithm to grow my business, because if this Instagram decides not to show my content, if Instagram decides not to get my content out there, or my story out there, or on top and ranking, then I lose income, and I can't rely on that kind of uncertainty in my business. So that's what another thing is. Your content is controlled by an algorithm. Now, if you got the content working with you, great. But if you're teaching, if you want to get coaching, it might be a little bit more difficult for you to get the educational content ranking on top. Whereas if you post a body pic in your bikini, if you're a girl, right? It's a little bit different, right? So it's another thing is it's hard for people to find you on the gram and your content, right? So I talked about this in a lot of my videos on Instagram. The way you grow on Instagram is like high school, popularity in high school. How do you know somebody was popular? It's because they hung out with the other popular kids. It was that simple. That was high school, right? It's the same thing on the gram. The way you get popular on the gram is being an influencer and hanging out with other influencers and getting your content seen by somebody else's audience. Basically, networking. Networking becoming popular or hanging out with other popular kids. That's how you go on the gram, because once again, people are not actively searching. Because think about it, when you go on your Instagram feed, are you seeing new content? No, you're only seeing content of people that follow you, people that already know you. So the only way you get new eyes on your content is either somebody else tagging you and getting their followers to look at you, or the explore page. Either one of those is like a little bit more difficult if you're trying to build a sustainable coaching business from scratch. So that's another thing. It's hard for people to actually find your content unless you're collabing with other people. Now, if you're collabing with other people, which I recommend, now it's a little bit easier. But then once again, is that really the best utilization of your time? All right. So what I recommend using Instagram for is networking. Instagram is a networking tool, right? It's not so much to build an audience, and yeah, to build an audience is more to nurture and network with the audience, because you have features like the direct message, right? You can hop on an Instagram story and be like, hey guys, I'm out here living my life, boom, 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 and really share your face, share your personality, and really share behind the scenes if you're a business or a coach. You know, what is it that you're doing? You know, and not teach so much, but rather like share your personality, because people want to see more of that than, hey guys, so I'm going to show you 3 steps to, you know, increase your XYZ, right? So people aren't really looking for that. So the networking abilities of the gram, because the way the Instagram algorithm works is it's always going to show new and hot posts, new and hot content. Because think about it, if you go on your Instagram, you're not going to see a post from 2 months ago, right? So that's a problem if you want people to continue to look at your content. Because think about this. When was the last time that you went on somebody's gram, a brand new person that you've never met before, and looked at all their content? I mean, like, not like clicked on each video, each, you know, caption, and read it. Almost never, right? I never do that because we don't got time for that. Remember, it's cheap views, cheap, fast, right? And so if you want your customers to consume your content, it's gonna be a lot harder. They're only gonna see the newest and hottest stuff on their feed. So if you had a really great video from 2 months ago, a month ago, 2 weeks ago, it's not gonna be seen. So that's something else to be keep in mind. So the pros of Instagram is great for networking, great for building relationships, because you have the direct message feature, you have the story features that really be able to do that, right? And add that personality when it comes to your stories. But now when I looked into YouTube, I was like, this might be a better option for me to grow my business. And let me share some tips with you why. Right? The cool thing that I've learned about YouTube is you get to build a loyal audience. So we're gonna go to the pros and then the cons. The pros of YouTube. You get to build your loyal audience, you know, on the YouTube over time. Because I think about it, like almost all the learning I've done, all the courses that I ever bought in my life have been because of a YouTube video. Right? Because you get to see the person. Like right now, you're watching me interact. You're watching my personality. You can binge watch my content and begin to see, you know, how I move about. And you begin building a loyal audience. And it's easier to make sales on YouTube because of that, because you get to teach. People are actively looking for your stuff, and you can teach, and it's easier to make sales. You have the link in the description, right? And that's another fact right there. People can actively search for you on YouTube, and that is the biggest key difference between Instagram and YouTube. Is, remember, YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world behind Google. Google actually owns YouTube, right? And so billions of people, I don't know if billions, but millions upon millions of people are searching YouTube every single day for content. How to do this, how to do that, how to do this. And so what you can do is you begin creating content around those questions. You can begin ranking and getting your videos seen by these people. Whereas Instagram, they're not typing in Instagram how to start an online business. That just doesn't really happen, right? So that's one of the biggest key factors of why I switched my efforts from going from Instagram to going to YouTube, is people get to actually search for your content, right? Whether it's new or whether it's old, right? Remember, I talked about on Instagram, the algorithm is gonna show newest and hottest. But with YouTube, you can go and people can watch your YouTube video from a month ago, a year ago, 2 years ago. You know, I have a video from like a couple years ago that's still getting thousands upon thousands of views, right? Where on Instagram, that would have never happened because it would be so deep in my feed, nobody would ever see it. Nobody's gonna take the time to go watch that video. They wouldn't even know about that video. Where on the gram, on YouTube, people are actively searching for that topic even still today, and I'm still able to get views and content. Now, if I was selling something in that video, which I wasn't, I can still be generating sales. So that's something to keep in mind, right? Is people can consume your older content and your newer content. You get to build and nurture community, right? Instagram is not really for community. It's more about visuals, right? That's why, you know, models and photographers thrive on the gram, because you see a beautiful photo, you like it, you scroll. you're not really there to build a community. There's no community in the comment section. There's no community in your likes. There's no community anywhere. The only like community is maybe some direct messaging, and maybe, yeah, that's pretty much it. Direct messaging. That's not even a community, right? Like there's no interaction between people on the gram. It's not really made for that. Whereas on YouTube, you can begin building a community in the comment section, right? People begin looking forward to your YouTube videos. You know, if you have a schedule, people begin interacting. No, they see your personality. It's all about seeing that personality, seeing that video, seeing you on video that's able to impact them a lot more for them to want to be part of a community. You see a lot of big YouTubers, you know, calling their community names. That's one of the biggest reasons here. The next reason about YouTube, the next pro about YouTube is you have higher attention span, right? Because think about it, people are there on YouTube to learn something or get entertained. They're either looking for value in the form of entertainment or education. So if you're an entertainer, begin entertaining. If you're an educator, which if we're watching this video, you probably are, you want to begin doing that. And because of that, because people are searching, they have a higher attention span. So they're willing to stay 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 8 minutes to watch your video because that's what they're searching for. Like right now, we're 12 minutes in this video and I'm still providing value. Guys, make sure you subscribe below because I'm putting value out for you guys. Hopefully you guys are loving this content I'm bringing you guys, right? But you're able to put out value over minutes upon minutes of time. We're on the gram, people are just search, boom, boom, boom. The next pro here before we get into the cons is you get paid from the platform, right? Instagram will never pay you. You can have 1 million followers, but unless you grow a business on top of your gram, Instagram will never pay you. Instagram, the platform itself. Whereas YouTube, the platform itself, once you hit 1,000 subscribers and over 4,000 hours in watch time, the platform will pay you with AdSense, which is amazing. So not only on top of your coaching, not only selling your courses, you're able to go ahead and get paid AdSense from the platform, which is another income stream for you. So that's another great thing. So even though you're gonna be putting out content, putting in the time, it is worth it because the platform will eventually pay out. All right, so let's get into a couple cons here. It takes a lot of time and effort to produce YouTube videos, all right? I went to, there was a lot of cons for the gram, now we're getting to the cons of YouTube. It does take time to plan your content, to edit the videos, to shoot the videos, all that kind of stuff. Right now I'm putting out almost 2 to 3 videos a day. I'm doing this full time right now. Like I said, I doubled down on YouTube, right? It does take time to put that out. But if you can get past that and get past that workload, guys, it's easy, it's fun. I love making YouTube videos, right? The next one is you have a lower stick rate of your viewers. Now, what I mean by that. Remember, if you're in the education side of this business, not entertainment, if you're in the education side, people are actively searching for a problem to be solved, right? How to do this, how to do that, right? And so what happens is your viewers have a lower stick rate. Sometimes what they'll do is they'll just learn whatever you teach and then leave. So that's a problem. So what you need to do is you have to be able to retain that viewer and turn them into a subscriber. Now, how do you do that? You do that by having them binge watch your content, not by telling them to subscribe below, right? I've never subscribed to a guy that said, hey, make sure you subscribe below. I've never done that, right? But when I did subscribe is when I saw somebody, I watched the video and then I clicked and I saw they had great value, great content. And I watched 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 other videos. I'm like, holy shit, I like this guy, and I would subscribe. So that's what you need to do is when you're creating YouTube videos, you need to create binge watchable content around your niche where somebody can find your problem, find one of your videos, or that either YouTube promotes or whatever it is, and then they're able to binge watch the rest of your content, which is why I'm in this launch stage where I'm putting out 2 to 3 videos a day. And so even if when one of my videos goes viral, it gets more views, I have so much content that even though I've only been doing this about a week and a half, officially, I have 18 videos up where they can go and binge watch anything about Instagram, making money online, or starting a coaching business, because that's where my expertise is. The biggest takeaway here is this. If you want sales, if you want to increase sales in your online business, whether you're coaching, consulting, selling online courses, selling information online, if you want to increase your sales and you want sales focus, if you want to build an audience and also nurture an audience. Build it, get people to find you, and then once they find you, nurture and build a relationship with them. And if you want to get seen, I highly recommend using YouTube, and that's why I doubled down on YouTube, got from the gram, I was the Instagram narco, switched that up a little bit. Now I began focusing on YouTube for that reason, because I can increase my sales, I can get seen, and I can build an audience, get new people to find me, and nurture the audience that I'm with, all right? And then what you do is once you build that YouTube channel, then you can begin driving traffic to the gram. I hope you got a lot of value from this video. Miami Patron signing out.